Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name is Matt Drake. This is episode 142, and we've got a great show tonight. I'm joined as ever by my co-host Morgan Harfell. Good evening, Morgan. How are you?
Good, Matt. Good, everyone. I'm good, brother. How are you tonight?
Yeah, not bad. Playing a little bit more disc golf now. Now that the summer is here. And yeah, it's good. Got out on Wednesday night, played terribly for the first 6 holes of Hardcore Park, and then managed to actually stick a few good holes together and get a better round in. So kind of rescued it, but still came out pretty poor.
Nice one. I think we've had a trade-off. You're playing more and I'm playing less, but soon not to be the case.
Indeed. But look, we've got a fantastic show lined up today. Unfortunately, firstly, a bit of an apology from me. The data analytics team tell me that the random number generator that they use for the hot scores has broken, and so unfortunately, we won't have any hot scores for you this evening. They should be back next week.
However, at a guess, Matt, we probably had Mundo McDisc in the south, probably a Ryan Cambridge, probably a Gus Van Giston.
Gus definitely shot the
who
hot
else?
Score at Tucker Beach. Simon Fogarty shot the hot score at Berrenport. Andy Davey at Hikoi. I know he shot the hot score at Hardcore Park on Wednesday night as well, so it was probably him. And I would say, who else do we normally have? Brian Rawlins up north.
I reckon we probably had Smokey
Johnny
at
Wake
Queenstown Gardens this week.
Yeah. Okay. So quite a lot of the normal names, but anyway. Hot Scores will be making a comeback next week. My apologies that it's missing this week. We're going to go over the results of the Rapa Rumble first up, which was the inaugural event held at Henley Lake in Masterton. Brilliant event, very well run. Mark Clement did a fantastic job putting that on. Had a great time. Again, personally, didn't play so well, but had a great time. We'll get on to the results of all of those. Then we've got our guest on tonight, Jackson Sullivan, who took out Rapa Rumble in the MPO division after a bit of a comeback, actually. We'll go through how he did that a bit later on. He's actually got a giveaway to do today. He messaged me during the week and said, hey, look, I've got these Tour Series discs coming out. If you haven't seen them, they look awesome. And he's giving one of them away on the show. So tune in a little bit later on when we've got.
Have you managed to lay eyes on one of those yet, Matt?
He flashed it very quickly in front of the camera when we were in the green room, and so I've reserved one,
same.
Very much looking forward to getting my hands on one.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet disc with a pretty sweet stamp, so I'm excited.
Indeed. We'll then be going over the PDGA rules, which have come into effect. So you remember a few weeks ago, we talked about proposed rule changes and how that might affect play here in New Zealand. Well, we're going to be going over the finalized rule changes. So they went through a process of asking the community, getting feedback, and then took on that feedback and then said, look, this is where we've landed. The rules that we go through will take effect for all PDGA sanctioned events, including those happening here, right? Just because we're international doesn't mean we get a special thing. From the 1st of January. So if you're playing any of the tournaments after the 1st of January, and there's heaps in the first 3 months of January, then you need to be aware of this. And it's especially important for TDs to be aware because there's a couple of rule changes which really affect the way in which you might prepare for a tournament as a tournament director. Then we're going to go over South Island Champs. It's this weekend. It kicks off tomorrow. We've had the practice round, and I think doubles was today. And we'll be going through some of that. The few talking points to bring up on South Island Champs, Morgan, which I'd like to get you and chat's views on as we get there. We'll then go through predictions. Now, somewhere where the data analytics team have excelled themselves this week is in the predictions. So we've got odds on all the major divisions across both the mixed divisions and the female division. So we'll be bringing you those odds a little bit later on, so you can keep an eye on who's going to be playing hot this week, and we'll round it out by going through the power rankings. How does that sound for some Thursday night entertainment? Are we all good with
banging?
that?
Banging good.
Right. Okay. Well, look, let's begin, shall we, with the results of the Rapa Rumble, which occurred last weekend. Now, Morgan, I don't know if you haven't played Henley Lake course.
Not yet. Not yet. It's on the list.
When you get a chance to come up to Wellington, or next time you're up in Wellington, I would strongly suggest that you make a trip over the hill and you get yourself to the Wairarapa, so you can play in Marston. It's a lovely course, not too far. It's about an hour and a half from my house, about an hour and 45 minutes from my house, about 2 hours from Wellington. So it's not too bad for a day trip, and it's a lovely place to hang out and get some lunch and make a day of it. So yeah. Anyway, results in the MPO division. Jackson Sullivan takes out the win with 24 under par, and this was a bit of a comeback. After the first round, he was trailing Andy Davey by 2 shots. And then swiftly caught those 2 shots and managed to extend the lead further in the tournament.
It's a pretty big first round by Andy there, 10-31 rated. Huge, even.
It is huge. And there was actually 3. Well, I'd say there's 5,000 rated rounds in MPO, which is fantastic to see. And 3 big ones, right? So you've got a 10-31 from Andy, 10-28 from Jacko, and 10-27 from Simon. Johnny Wake left it late, even in his own words, to come back from this. He was the weather changed, right? So there was a bit of breeze around, and a little bit of rain even on the back section for some of Saturday morning. And then on the Sunday morning, we all woke up, and I drove to and from on the day, but it was flat as on Sunday. Little tickle as you approach your final holes, but nothing to be afraid of. And yeah, it played flat as, and that's when Johnny really plays well. Is when it's flat. He's his left hand lefty roller got him a tap in eagle on one of the holes. So yeah, very well done to him. But it's Jackson Sullivan who takes out the honours. Andy Davey playing very well. Good to see him playing very well too. Moving further down, another comeback occurred in MP40. The general, Jung Ha, comes back from 5 shots trailing Mike Foley. Catches 2 shots up on him on the second round, and then 5 shots on the final round. I spoke to Jung after the first round, and he opened up his round with a par and then 2 double bogeys. I think it was. I think he was +4 after 4 holes.
Way to grind it out then and just sort of get back in the game. And it can be hard once you start like that.
Absolutely. So +4 after 4 holes, and then the next 50 holes went 10 under par, right? So to take out that division, and very well deserved comeback it was. Jung's been playing some very good golf recently, and we'll see how he stacks up against the South Islanders when he takes on the Mikey Yu and co down in Twizel this weekend, and we'll show you how the data analytics team think that's going to go. Over into MA1, and it's Matt Broughton, the local chap who takes out this division over Ephraim Russell. Ephraim was favourites going in. Matt won on a playoff. I think it was a 1-hole playoff that was required, but Ephraim fought back in the final round to give himself a good chance. In FA1, big division here, Laura Kaistrup takes out the title by 5 shots over Hannah Edmonds and Amy Whitmore. Gemma Sullivan has a strong third round, charges back. I think probably took a little bit of time to get back into the swing, but by the time the third round came along, she was playing some very good golf.
Are you calling for ring rust there, as they say in the old UFC MMA? circles,
it
bit of ring
could
rust.
it could well have been. We might have to ask Jacko. He's more than likely spoken to, but I didn't get a chance to, only to wish her luck before the round started. But you can see the first round there's certainly a bit of something going on, and then it recovers in the second two rounds to post a respectable 850 and 863. Over into MA40, the best division, Gary Jarvis. Again, Gary lives in Greytown, and this is his local course, but pops over the hill to Wellington very often. And he took out this tournament. He had a 6-shot lead going into the final round. Sorry, no, he didn't have a 6-shot lead. He had a 4-shot lead, I believe, over Brett Carlisle, and a 7-shot lead over myself and Dan Smith, who were tied in third. And then in the third round came along, and he a little bit of a wobble, but managed to keep his head and stay the course.
Just looking at his rating of 833, it really speaks to local course knowledge, doesn't it?
Well, it's the 833. You'll also notice he's not a propagator, right? So
right.
That 833 is down to a small number of rounds played. Don't let his PDGA number fool you. Just despite a relatively low PDGA number, I say relatively, that really the only events he's played were Tapohoi. I'll never get that right. Berhampore League was the first event he played. Tapui later on, and the Kapiti Nisa was the first. He's only got a handful of events. Doesn't have enough rounds to be propagating yet, but I'm sure that.
So still relatively new, though. So still relatively new, but local knowledge plays there all the time.
Yes, but certainly not new to throwing a disc. Gary will. I know he won't mind me saying this. Will qualify for MA60 next year, and has been throwing a disc for the majority of those years. Coaches at a high level of ultimate, New Zealand rep teams, etc., and has been throwing frisbees for a very long time. So it only recently turned up in terms of competitive disc golf, and is putting it together. In FA40, Kath Headley takes it out relatively comfortably, but shooting some good golf on the Saturday. MA2, Mark Bauman from Wellington takes this out in a very close competition between Andrew Faulkner, I think he's from Taranaki, John O'Crawford, and Palmerston North's Ezra Morrison.
It's a nice deep MA2 division there, 20 players. Love to see it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's did I get to play? I did. I got to play with. Was he on there? Oh no, he wasn't. No, it wasn't in this division. But yeah, the MA2 division is huge at the moment across all the tournaments. You see it, and especially we'll see it this weekend as
so
well.
You got to play with him in the first round?
No. In the first round, I played with Louis Hickson. I played with Deb Mills, and I played with Hannah Robertson in the first round, and then it all got put by divisions in the second and third.
Raji.
Yeah. Finn Rumors takes out the junior division. I spoke to Louis about this. He started attacking after he was five shots down after the first round, and I think maybe let a little go astray, but shot above his rating on every round. So it's good to see. Louis Hickson took out Topor 2 weeks prior. So there you go. That is the results of the Rapa Rumble. Good show. As I said, great tournament. We'll certainly be going again. What did I get? I got one of these actually. This is so I turn up. I'm obviously an amateur, so I'm looking forward to picking up my players pack from the tournament director as I get there. And I walk over to the table where Mark's got it all set up and everything prior to him around, plenty of time. And loads of discs there. They look great. And this is the one here. Fantastic. I love the stamp actually. Really nice stamp. That's quite nice. And he says, "Oh, what? I see all the table of discs, and I pick one up and I go, oh, are they all Kears?" They're all Kears. They're all Kias. And then, this is interesting. It's funny. I got chatting to Simon Feasy later on in the tournament, and he tries to convince me that the retooled Kia, which is this one here, is prettier than the earlier versions of the Kia. And so perhaps I should change my opinions on whether the Kia is the ugliest disc in disc golf. I'm still not convinced. The jury's still out on that one. Someone who does like a Kia and throws one incredibly well is our guest tonight. And so I'd like to welcome him into the show now. Our guest tonight is Jackson Sullivan. Good evening, Jacko.
Hey, Matt. Morgan.
Hey, bro. All the way from Twizel.
All the way from Twizel, yeah.
How's that South Island internet treating you?
She's good, mate. Unless I start out, you can, that'll answer it.
All right. See, Matt? South Island internet, perfect. It's always a North Island connection issue, all right?
Yes, that sounds plausible. Anyway, right, let's get on with it. Jacko, you're joining us on the back of 2 wins.
Yep.
But before that, you had you withdrew from Tauranga because of an injury. Talk us through like that emotion change from having to pull out to a tournament due to injury to then going and winning the next one. What was it like going into that second tournament? I think it was Tupohoi, and then going in and taking out the win.
Going into Auckland champs after.
Sorry, Auckland champs. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just keen to get out there and compete. I was keen as on Tauranga because it's such a nice course. I went the weekend before. Everything was fine. It was pretty crap weather, but got around in the park was super tidy. So I got around a few holes and had a bit of a slip, and I actually had gout earlier in the week, which isn't nice. I think I had four battered muscles on the way home from Tauranga the weekend before.
So I know how that feels, and it's not nice.
I never eat mussels, so I think that brought it on, and I just managed to get through it in the week and still work around it and stuff. And then, pretty much managed to go into the round. I was kind of not at full strength, but keen to play. And I was just lining a putt up and kind of slipped off an edge and bent my toe up, and then it was enough. It was enough to, wasn't fun. So
it's the worst feeling, that, isn't it? It's horrible.
Yeah, for sure. So going into Auckland, I was keen to compete and just not have to worry about that stuff and just charge on.
So you go into Auckland, and you're the favourite going in. Had you played is it Mount Cecilia, wasn't it? Is that the name of the...
Monte Cecilia, yeah.
Monte Cecilia. Had you played there before? Yeah,
I played there plenty of times. It's one of the courses, one of the first tournaments I went to back when I started touring in like 2010, 2011. I didn't play it last year because I was in Aussie playing. So there's tons of changes, some new paths and stuff. So the course it's become a bit of a birdie fest, but you got to work around safety of the paths, and it's a pretty popular, pretty nice park. So always a lot of people.
It's a pretty stunning location. It's sort of been on my bucket list to get up there to that tournament, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, it's nice. It's worth it for sure. Beautiful park, definitely.
And then you come down to Rapa last weekend. Was there any kind of sense of the injury that you'd had the few weeks before, or had it completely healed? And
it goes as fast as it comes, man. Like I said, I must have had those 4 muscles, and I hardly drink, so there's no alcohol anymore. Hardly any alcohol issues there, or just a random luck of the draw.
Yeah. And so you go into Rapa. You've played this a couple of times coming in?
Yeah, I played it with the boys a couple of Christmases ago, but I think it had changed a little since then. But I played it and I thought, man, whenever there's a tournament here, I'm going to make a point of coming back to play it and support Mark and the efforts he's done. Awesome course. Really enjoyed it.
It's a great course. It's a fantastic course.
For sure.
And I thought that it really kind of plays to if you can throw far, that's advantage for a few holes, but only really a few holes.
Yeah, that's right. All the strings, all the OBs, there's just no guessing. It was either in or out.
I have to say, tip of the cap to Mark for this. All the OBs had string on, right? And so your 18 holes, and nearly every hole has got OB on. I wouldn't like to guess how many miles of string that he used.
There's a lot of string.
There's a lot of string, I tell you, because some of them had rivers or streams, culverts, if you like, going all the way down one side. And so he stringed the whole thing out with all the little bumps and grooves. It was incredible. Really, really, really impressive for a tournament of that stature in terms of it being inaugural, C tier, perhaps not something you'd expect from a bigger tournament and whatever. But for a small first go, really impressed by that. Really, really impressed by that.
Yeah, likewise.
Now, you've got a tour series disc coming out. Now, I want to get onto this because I want to get the giveaway started so people have got time to enter it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it, and if you've got one there, put it to the camera.
Yeah, for sure. So this is my new tour series. It looks better in person. This one with the white fall.
Very
this
nice.
is a platinum Taraiti. I've also done them on Peka and XGs.
Peka, and so that's the Taraiti, Peka, and the Kahu XG.
Yep.
Excellent. So people in chat, if you want to win one of these discs, all you need to do is put in one of the molds that this disc, that Jacko's Tour Series is available into the chat comments, and that'll get you into the draw. So what is the Taraiti, the Peka, and the Kahu XG?
Yep. Those are the available molds. I sold out of Pekas and XGs. Like I got over 100 done and pretty much all gone in pretty much less than 24 hours. I mean, I'll tell you, I need a PA for this. I didn't. So we had other tournament discs like this weekend. There's been custom jobs. All the tournaments coming up have got custom jobs. So I was trying to squeeze it in, knowing I had a small window between getting back from Masterton to then jumping on a plane coming down to Christchurch and whatnot. But now it's come out really well. We had some really good feedback. Cheers to everyone that's picked one up so far. Really appreciate it.
Oh my word! And we've had so many comments just flooding in now with people guessing. So I'll get these all added to the wheel. What made you go for those three molds in particular? Ones that you lean on most?
The Taraiti, especially the second run. This is the second run of Atomic now. Slightly different blend in the plastic, just ever so slightly. It seems to have given it a bit more pop. A bit more of a shoulder here. So for me personally, it fills my hand really nicely for forehands. And backhands, for me personally, it's filling the gap in stability between my XGs and my core tutties. So this slots right in there. It's like for those that, I mean, you might have thrown the first runs, but these second runs are kind of like, I guess, faster Firebirds, but not as beefy. They're a lot straighter at a higher speed than the first run, so I'm getting a lot of distance control. I like the feel of the rim size. XGs, I went with those because people love them. Come with a free 20 meters, and I was going to do Strata Corticus. I'll still do some, but out of stock at the moment, blanks anyway. So more of those are coming, which I'll chuck the stamp on, and that's one of my favorites as well. Pretty much just staples of the RPM lineup and personal favorites.
No Kias.
No Kias, but we got some in the players packs, as you said.
Yeah.
We need some Magma medium toys, please, bro.
Yep, in stock. Magma softies now as well, and also we got new RPM minis now. Finally,
sick.
Yes, I did pick up a mini. Simon was very kind enough to give me a mini.
I'll chuck these two minis. One's a Strata, one's a regrind TPU. Atomic. I'll chuck them in with the disc as well.
Oh, fantastic. So a question on the Kia, actually. I've got it here. Were you involved in the? Because this is tell us about this disc or this mold is slightly different from the old Kia. I'm going to say old Kia. It's not very old.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it. Why is it different? How is it different? What did you do?
Pretty much, it's a super thin flight plate, so it struggles. It struggles when molding. We get a high percentage of seconds, so it pretty much has to. The injection point that we all spin it on with a finger. That it's injected there, and it has to spread out to the sides. So the Kia has a super thin flight plate. So we're having issues with the rim and then how hard you can pack it to get up to max weight, etc. So something had to give. So we had to vent the die a little better. And because we can now pack it up, we had to lose weight from the mold. So underneath on the Kia, we took a slight 1 mil off that inside nose there. I've actually got, while we're talking about Kias, Matt, I've actually got one here. So that's the old rim there. You can see the nose.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a bit blunter, so the new one you've got there in the players packs just cuts off here a lot more.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a smoother one. Yeah.
Yeah, and because you loved Kias so much, so I happened to be at the Stouts one time, and you had your Room 101, and we had a bit of a chat.
I remember that episode. Yes, the Kia went flying into Room 101.
Yep. Here's another one for you.
Oh wow, what's
from the talent of Casey at Disco Dies. Disco Fever Dies.
Oh, that's incredible.
So that nice wall behind you, you can hang this proudly.
I have to say, whoever drew that picture, they got my best side. That is just it looks identical.
You look so evil. I hate Kias.
That is brilliant.
I love the Kia.
Nice
little spot up on the wall there for you.
I will find it.
Brilliant.
Take pride of place up on the wall there. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yes, no, I look forward to hanging that up on the wall. I don't have a Kia up on the wall, surprisingly. But yes, we will hang that. That's incredible. Thank you so much.
Good stuff, Casey. That's brilliant.
Yeah, she nailed it. She nailed it. I thought you might get a laugh out of it.
That is quality. Anyway, I stand by it though. It's staying in Room 101, despite that. But no, great job. Remember, if you want to win one of Jacko's Tour Series discs, then you can. I think I've got all the names that we have. I've got 30 odd names in here, but you've still got a little bit of time. We'll do the draw just as we say goodbye to Jacko. There. So you've got South Island champs this year. This weekend.
Yep.
You got out for a practice round today? Yeah.
Got in kind of late afternoon. Timing wise and energy wise, had to pick one of the two. So we went down to the river course, and got 18 of those holes in, and course is looking awesome. It's extended a little bit since I played it last year, which is cool.
Yep.
Generally the same though, couple of different angles, giving you a few more pinch points and stuff. But enjoyed it. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Did you play any other courses on the way down south? You were driving down with Puki Puki?
Yep. We stopped in at Lake Tekapu.
Oh, yep. Beautiful views off that course.
Yeah, stunning, man. Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. Yeah, just a little 9-holer on the way in.
Nice one. Yeah, it's always a good stop off there. You can just jump through that. You can jump through that family 9 there in like 20 minutes if you're fast.
You probably could, but one more.
Yeah.
One more.
And you're carrying some good form into this tournament. You're going up against Levi, Jay, who are at the moment 2 of the top players in the South Island. How do you think it's going to go this weekend? What do you think are going to be some of the deciding factors for whoever takes out the tournament this weekend?
Same as last year, I think. Just a race for birdies, really. the Greenbelt course from memory last year was kind of birdie or die. Really enjoyed it though. It's cool to play that sort of park style golf when it really matters as well. Yeah,
a lot of birdies available on that course, isn't there? There's I think they even shortened a couple of those holes up, but like especially going southward, there's like just a lot of 100-ish meter hyzers, 110 meters, and as you say, birdie or die, because they're right there for the picking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is a bit trickier down the other end though. When you get into those trees, there's a couple of sneaky hard ones.
On the Greenbelt.
Yeah. Down the other end, down the northern end.
Yeah, man. Yeah, classic holes. Classic 100, 190, 100 meter holes. Good fun. For sure.
Have you played there, Matt? Sorry.
Twizel, I haven't. No. I've not played. Not been down to Twizel before.
You can stop in there on the way to Oha next year, bro.
Yes, I know. I know I need to get down there. Yeah, absolutely. And so this weekend, looking ahead after this weekend, obviously wish you best of luck. What have you got for the rest of this year and sort of looking into next year?
Well, for the next 3 weeks, I've got the Rose for Change tournament, which I'm looking forward to.
That's in Christchurch. You're presumably staying down that area of the country until next weekend.
Yep, for sure. So got Bros for Change next weekend. Jay and the boys have put in a ton of work. Place is looking immaculate.
Yep.
Pretty nice. I haven't played. Obviously, nothing's in besides the tee pads and all the mowing and stuff. I played it last year as well, and kind of forget last year's course. A lot of things have changed, which is cool. Then after the Tuesday after that weekend, we're on the plane to Aussie Nationals.
Of course.
Again, we're headlining the main sponsors and stuff, so that's going to be good. That's in Tassie. Beyond that, December's looking pretty quiet, but it'll be madness with work and everything. With the old Christmas swing. And then going into January, the end of Jan, I think, full on, pretty much down into the 4 events that are all lined up, the TDU, and anything else I can do pretty much. I'm like I say,
have you heard any rumors of anyone coming across that we've?
No, I've got too much other things to do than sign up for helping with nationals. I'm just
looking over here, Jacko, at the Aussie champs, and you're the second highest rated player going to that, but you've got Andrew Fish to go up against. That's pretty awesome. Yeah,
that's great. And there's a few of the young boys from WA that are pretty awesome. Aussie's versions of Levi's, I guess, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So those boys will be keen. Sour taste in my mouth still from Aussie last year. And just generally my last season, I guess it's all changed now with June through May, but that last half of the year was I kind of burnt out, like working in the industry and then trying to keep it fresh and keep pushing. And so
must be I know I'm pretty involved, but you're like even more heavily involved than I am, and I know how easily you can get burnt out. So like, what do you do to try and balance that line?
You have to remember why you started and what got you hooked, and it's generally because it's fun. If you're not having fun during a casual round or tournament, you got to check yourself, reevaluate, and then move forward with a fresh outlook and stuff like that. So that's
some super wise words. Are you doing any other activities sort of outside of disc golf? Any other sports?
Not at the minute. Not at the minute. No, I probably might get into a bit of mountain biking and stuff, but
I've got a nice bike for sale, bro. You come pick it up this week if you like.
Well, actually, last year I was here. Simon and I done a bike from Twizel here to Oho, which was choice.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that good Alps on the Alps to Ocean Trail, is it?
I think so. It was pretty tame, just along the road. Good fun. Yeah.
Awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. I was just going to say that's something for me. Like I have to try and keep doing other sports just so I don't get a little bit too caught up and stressed out, because I feel like at least 16 hours of the day on top of work is sort of dedicated to disc golf, and it can easily haunt you really quickly. So
if
don't want to get back there.
Yeah. Living and breathing, it's awesome, but you have to keep fresh and remind yourself why you love it. Pretty much.
That's right.
No, harder. I think I know how you feel. It stops you getting like the yips, and it can really help you game. Do you find that there's a particular part of your game that you're even now, I don't know, what, 10, 13 years on from when you started touring, that you're kind of thinking, actually that's an area of the game I'm working on to just get it to that next level. What are you working on currently in terms of your game?
Like coming off the back end of the comments I made earlier about staying fresh and stuff like that. The part of my game I'm working on always is the mental side, which I kind of pride myself on having a strong mental game. But last year, when things are going on and stuff, I kind of let myself slip now and then, you know what I mean? And you end up getting shitty with yourself and not having fun. So that side of my game, I know why I'm in it for, because it's fun. Love hanging out with the boys, talking to the community, just all of that good stuff. That's a part of my. It sounds cheesy saying have fun, but it's so true.
Yeah, 100%.
And generally beyond that, on a physical side, forehands probably off the tee. I've been putting in a bit of work in those as much as my left knee allows, because it takes a bit of torque. But that really, I'd say. Good old forehands, kind of, anywhere like over 95, 100. Maybe I could throw this instead, but yeah, just working on that. It's amazing. I'm sure it happens in other sports, but disc golf, you just relearn every time. There's lessons to relearn, and then there's fresh things to gain and take from. It's crazy.
Excellent. Look, you've got a tough job this weekend, right? It's a really strong field. So look, we wish you the very best of luck in your efforts this weekend. We're going to do the giveaway now, so you've got about I'd say about 10 seconds to get you.
Come on, guys! If you're not in there, get in there.
In the draw, all you need to do is put into the comments what disc does Jacko have his stamp on. There's 3 of them. There's the Tara ET, the Kahu XG, and the Pekka Pekka. And all you need to do is put one of those discs into the comments, and that gets you into the draw. We shall do the draw shortly.
Momentarily. We've got one. While Matt's doing that, Jacko, who have you got in the room with you? There's surely someone listening in over your shoulder.
Jay Pookie, Isaac Bennett. These are my usual travelling partners when I have to jump on a plane.
Usual suspects.
Yeah, the crew.
Jay's a blooming good person to be out on tour with. Like, I haven't toured with him specifically, but definitely hung out with him quite a bit.
Not
bad. I'm trying to blow his head up a little before tomorrow.
Oh, we got a trailer, bro. We'll take it out on that.
Oh, goodness me.
Right, I think I've got everybody, and we've removed anybody who was trying to be sneaky and enter a few times. It's the
nice.
The Engelke family. There's about 4 entries with that surname, so I'm presuming that they're all watching together and have all gone on separate devices. But well done. I hope one of you wins it. But here we go. We're going to shuffle these up. And we're going to spin the wheel. So here we go. Very best of luck, everybody. And the winner is Brian Rawlins.
Hey,
nice.
Brian Rawlins. So I don't know. Is Brian playing this weekend? Let's have a quick look. It will be MA1, I suspect. He's not playing this weekend. At least I can't see that. Brian, if you're not playing this weekend, then Jacko will get the disc to you.
Yep, I'll sort it out with Brian. Sweet as. Congrats, Brian.
Congratulations, Brian, for taking out that win, and the 2 minis as well. Absolutely fantastic. Look, so if you want to get hold of if anyone else wants to get hold of one of your Tour Series discs, what do they need to do?
Hit us in the DMs on Insta, jacko.rpm, or Facebook Messenger. Hit me up on there. Let me know what you want. I've got a small amount of Tata ETs with me here in Twizel, so if you want one, come hit me up. It was super positive feedback. It's been a kind of overdue. I've done a custom disc like this. So I've got some more coming. Got more XGs getting stamped, and pickers. They went super quick. And what I've got with me is a small stack of Tata ET that are left.
Excellent. We'll say,
Jacko, I'm sorry if you did cover this. I have been reading a couple of things down on the laptop below me. Did you cover what the stamp was about and where the inspiration came from?
So it's the same artist. Obviously, I've got a couple of tattoos on me here and there. But it's the same artist that done my leg. So I've got a good old full leg thing going on. And the same artist, Adam Craft. Huge shout out to the bro Adam. He
shout out.
Yep, this is his talents here with the stamp. Came out really well. So pretty much I wanted the same artist with the same who done the tattoo on my leg, and the meanings behind that I have on my leg, we'll bring into here.
Awesome. Yeah, when I first seen it on Instagram, I don't know why I would remember any of your tattoos, but I was like, damn, I'm pretty sure that's on Jacko's leg or on his arm or something. So similar.
Your neck or your leg. Like...
I think that's on his ass cheek.
How'd you see that, bro?
So you'll have a different stamp representing different tattoos, but you'll have a whole range by in a few. Is that the plan, or
there's a few plans? Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Another good buddy down in Wellington down Cuba Street who's pretty talented with a pen as well.
Fantastic. Well, look, save me one of those XGs when they get restamped, or when the next lot comes in. I'd certainly be keen on one of those. And thank you so much for coming on the show today. Very best of luck this weekend. We'll be following all the results. You can do on pdga.com/live, and you'll see all the results as they come in.
We'll let you go with a parting piece of your own wisdom. Just have fun, my guy.
Cheesy but true. So true.
Thanks, Jacko.
Sweet.
All right.
I'll get this out to you soon, Matt.
Oh, it's going to take pride of place, I tell you.
Probably the middle up there. Maybe take that cloud breaker. No.
It will go. I'll put it where the cloud breaker is. There you go. I'll put it where the cloud breaker is. Excellent. Look, have a great time this weekend. Have fun, and very best of luck.
Sweet. Appreciate it, boys.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Catch us.
There we go. Wow, it's always good to talk to Jacko. He's got he's always got so much wisdom, but also good chats to have, and to hear about what's been going on. And what a sweet disc.
Yeah, I feel like the time can just fall off the clock really quickly when you're talking to someone like Jacko. He's just got so many different things sort of going on, especially in the disc golf world, that you can just go for hours. I mean, we haven't gone for hours, but you could. He could.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you to everybody who entered the draw, and congratulations to Brian Rawlins. Now, it's the South Island Champs this weekend. It's the first major of the season, the fourth one of the calendar year, actually, I want to say. But it's the first one of this 23-24 season, taking place down in Twizel. Now, so they've got two courses down there. They've got the River course and the Greenbelt course, I want to say. I hope I've got those names right.
Yep, you do.
Now, something which drew my attention on when I was actually sent this is this. Now, I'm going to cover our faces up here.
Stand by.
Which is, you okay?
Yeah, knocked over a glass of water.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Just trying to save my laptop.
Now, if you've played Twizel before, you'll be aware of this. If you have been out on the practice round today, then you are probably aware of this. And indeed, if you've read the players pack, then you'll be aware of this as well. One of the holes at Twizel takes the form of a tone pole. Now, we don't have too many of these in New Zealand, but here's what it looks like for anybody not sure. So this is the tone pole here, the grey pole thing, and the bunch of people down to your right there is where the T is, and you can see that, and I think it's about 60 meters. Pretty open. There's nothing really to worry about other than it's a 60-meter shot, and then you've got a putt on a tone pole. Now, Morgan, you've played this course, eh? And you've played this hole.
Sure have. I actually love the hole. I can't remember. It's shorter this year. I think it's like 63, 64 meters. But in previous years when I played it, it's been like a 90 to 100 meter shot.
Okay.
But yeah, tone pole.
What are your thoughts on a tone pole? Now, to kind of set the record straight, anybody not sure, it is a PDGA A tier and C tier. Now, A tiers and C tiers require certain minimum standard of basket, and they need to have in the case of A tiers, a championship approved basket. And for C tiers, you need to have I think it's called a standard or a basic approved basket, right? So they do have a PDGA waiver, a waiver from the PDGA events team in order to be able to use this tone pole as a target instead of a basket. And the reasoning for it was elements of fun, but also celebrating the history and heritage of Twizel or whatever, and so yeah, Morgan, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this for its use in a major?
I don't agree with it. I think it's a brilliant thing for the course as it is for a standard round, even maybe a C tier. I feel like anything above a C tier, as you said, should have championship baskets. Or at least approved baskets, I should say. Yeah. So I like the whole idea behind it. Keeping the heritage and the history of the area and representing that. Yeah, I don't want to talk down to anything of the tournament. It's just I don't think it should probably be in there. I mean, what do you think?
No, I agree. I don't think it's befitting of a tier, so I'm surprised it even got waived. Maybe I haven't applied to the PGA for waivers in the past, so maybe they hand them out pretty
willy-nilly.
I don't know. So I'm not sure of that whole process. What you need to provide in terms of mitigation in order to get
just photos and information of the hole. I recently got declined on one thing. We spoke about it a few weeks ago about the hole that they had like at the European Open where you keep throwing for OB until you land there, rather, for no extra penalty strokes. So, I mean, they do decline things. So it is interesting that they did pass that one.
It's a shame, actually, because I think that it's better to have that than it is a tone pole. Chat, what do you think on this? So I'd be really interested to hear people's thoughts on it. We've had some comments saying the tone pole makes an amazing sound when it's hit. Look,
it does.
I'm sure it does. My question would be, what if it hits it, but not everybody hears it? Or indeed, how about it hits it,
just
but only the person who threw the disc hears it?
Yeah. Is it a majority call from the group? Have you had a look at the play? I haven't, but have you had a look at the player pack with? I believe they had the booklet with all the whole information on it. Does it say anything about that on there?
It just says that the tone pole needs to be hit.
Okay. So the bottom of the pole, from memory, is about 200 to 300 mil of I don't know, about 60 mil pipe, and then the actual pipe itself is probably about 200 to 250 mil, and I don't know, maybe 1.5 meters to 2 meters high, which is the part you need to hit.
Tom makes a great point. I was just about to ask this, actually, of anyone in chat. Has anybody heard this be aced? Can you hear it from the tee pad if it's
you can. Yeah, you can. It's only a 63-meter hole, and you definitely can hear it if you hit it flush. Even if you probably just tapped it, you're definitely going to hear it. But I mean, you never know. It's all you have to do is touch it. So just a whisker, you could be missing an ace. I feel like you almost need a spotter at the basket every time someone's teeing off.
right, let's say you're 7 meters out. So, you're kind of middle C1X, mid C1X, right? How easy is it in comparison to putting on a regular basket?
Just as easy, but you're not used to, for disc golfers, you're not used to putting at something that's not chains. So it's more of a mental thing, and just really having to put the disc on the line. It's no more difficult. Obviously, it's narrower, which is the more difficult part. But I mean, if you're trying to hit the pole, then it should be the same.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see how it plays. Look, I'll be honest. I was a bit surprised that the PGA approved it for an ATR. I think there's way more. There's way more convincing argument to approve a hole that you were suggesting earlier on than there is to approve a tone pole target. And this isn't the same as like mozzarella sticks at USDGC. I think it's a different conversation to that. I'm also surprised that NZDG gave it the tick for it being part of a major now. And the issue I've got here is that the sport is at the moment, I think the sport is going through a little bit of a transition where we're trying to appear far more professional than we have done in the past, right? And the examples I'll draw from that is the GCO and Southern Smash last year did a great job in showing off what could be done. The TDU next year and the continuation of what GCO and Southern Smash did last year in the form of the Elite Series, right, is all trying, and with differing levels of success, but is all trying to ensure that the sport comes across as a credible professional sport that, when played at the top level, is something that where the players can be respected, where the practice itself can be respected, right? And I don't know that this plays a part in that. Now, the people who say, yeah, but there's only one hole on one course, it doesn't make a difference, right? And there's I don't know, however many other holes on.
Well, I will tell you right now, if it goes in any local newspapers, if the tournament goes in any local newspapers, that's probably the hole they'll use.
That's exactly right. So that's it being like the kind of signature, and that's my kind of issue with it, right? Because then for the casual onlooker, that might be every course is like that. Every course plays where you just hit a pole in the ground, and it's not that. That's not the sport.
Not anymore.
And I just think that it's I was just a little bit, I guess it's disappointment, honestly. I reached out to NZDG, and they said that at the moment there's nothing in the tournament manual, the NZDG tournament requirements, which require you, with the exception of getting waivers from PDGA where necessary, on targets or otherwise. However, they were looking at being a bit more stringent in the future. Okay. Look, I'm very best of luck to everybody who plays that hole. I hope everybody gets a birdie on it.
Outside of the tournament, guys, go and play this course, though. If you're not playing the tournament, that is, go and play the course. That is a hell of a fun hole.
I want to get down there. I really do. I want to get down there. But I actually was thinking to myself, well, why not just put a basket like just behind it, right? So on the hyzer line, and then you would satisfy it, right? You'd still get the dings, but they'd be annoying dings because you wouldn't want to hit the tone pole, right? But it would provide perhaps enough of a hazard. Now, because otherwise, that it's a bit of a nothing hole. At a 60 meters, 65 meters, pretty unobstructed.
Sometimes you do need those filler holes there. The green belt, they use all of it. They don't really miss any square meters on that place. They're using all of it. So just how it is. They're using the local hole. It's I think it's fair enough to be doing that. Filler holes have their place as well. So yeah.
I think they do in C tiers, and they do in events and courses that are developing. Right.
Yeah. But if you don't have any more space, it's.
But remember, Morgan, this is a major, right? So the point of majors from an NZDG perspective, in my view, and this is again my opinion, not NZDG's, in my view, the whole point of a major is to say who's the best disc golfer, right? And the way that the tournament director will do that is that they've got a number of different things that they can do, right? Now, course design's the big one. The major one they can pull is course design. Say, look, the way we're going to find out who the best disc golfer is we're going to get everybody to play these selection of holes, and it's going to test a whole bunch of different skills. And by the end of it, after we've done all those tests, the person who performs well enough on aggregate across all those different tests will be the best disc golfer, right? Now, I wonder what information does this or any other filler hole give the tournament director or give the observing public information on who the best disc golfer is? And I guess that's yeah. Tone polls into room 101. Brett makes a fantastic shout. Maybe we shall do that. Look, I don't want to labor this for too long because else it just sounds like I'm ranting and that's boring. But chat, what do you think? Should we be should you have it on there or not? Because it's different, right? It's different to when you're designing a local course for just general play, right? I get it. It depends on where the course is located, who's likely to be playing it, etc., as to the difficulty level that you should make that course. But this is a major. You should be using every single hole to give you information that should be feeding in to who the best disc golfer is. And if 75% of people can birdie the hole, then I'm not sure. The tone poll might not make a difference, right?
Simon Fogarty says change all the baskets to tone polls. Now I rate that.
Well, that would get annoying, I think, after a while. Hearing dings all around the field. So I think it's I was just disappointed, I think, to hear it. I think tone polls are probably a great fun for people playing the course for the first time, and it's a bit of fun, and it's probably steeped in Twizel tradition, and an essential part of that course's heritage. I'm just not sure that it's the right that they have a place at a New Zealand disc golf major / A tier, whatever you want to call it on. So that's my issue with it. Anyway, look, let's get on with it. I hope the rest of the course plays very well. Heard a few comments about how close the holes are together, so there could be a bit of a few. We hope it flows well. We'll certainly be watching that. I mean, as a casual observer who's going to have it on in the background at work tomorrow, I shall be following the scores very closely. Right, let's have a look at the tips for this weekend. Now, the data analytics team have been working very hard and have got us some tips for nearly all of the divisions. First up, though, Secret Santa. Okay, so we've got over 40 people have signed up for Secret Santa. Here's how it works. Up until the end of November, you've got until the 26th of November, right? So you've got a couple of weeks yet. You've got up until the 26th of November to register. And all you need to do is fill out the Google form, which is in the Facebook page, and I've linked it before, but I'll link it again.
I've started building my box, Matt.
You have? Oh, fantastic!
I have.
Fantastic.
Well, I've been going through all of my stuff for the upcoming tournament, and you come across things, and I'm like, this would be brilliant, or an option at least, an option.
If you want to get involved, then follow the link I've just put into the chat comments. And fill out the form. We've got over 40 people participating already. And then when you get a name, I'll send you, myself or Morgan will send you a name at the beginning of end of November. And by the 1st of December, you'll have your name. And the stinks the names aren't going out before Black Friday. When's Black Friday? Because I was actually thinking about bringing this forward a little bit.
He's worried about saving 20 cents on the gummy worms.
Oh, is it? Is Black Friday the week before, Anthony? When's Black Friday? Because we might have a look at. I was actually thinking earlier on that we should bring the deadline forward, just give people a bit more time to build their boxes and get the packages sent out. But
24th of November, I should have known that's the weekend for Oha.
So maybe we'll bump it forward by a week. But anyway, look, get yourself involved. Get yourself involved if you want to be part of this. What happens is we send you, myself or Morgan will send you a name and an address, and then you have until the 18th of December. That's the deadline for sending New Zealand Post packages. Okay, so all the addresses will be in New Zealand. That you won't be any international package postage costs to consider. And you send your Secret Santa a minimum. And I'm stressing minimum of one premium plastic disc. Okay, and that's the minimum that anyone has to send, and the minimum that anybody should expect. And then as the month of December goes on, people will receive their packages. Now, who doesn't like a mystery box? I love a mystery box personally, and I'm very much looking forward to this exercise. Morgan, you said you've started putting your box together. I've got a few. I've started to put together some of the things that aren't the discs. Right, so I've got because I think that's easier to do than the discs themselves, which I think you want to make them kind of personal.
Try and personalize them.
That's right. Join the Facebook group. Search up New Zealand Disc Golf Secret Santa. We ask questions in there every now and again, so you can do a bit of sleuthing and a bit of research on your Secret Santa to find out what their favorite disc color is, and you might be able to make sure that they have a fantastic Christmas. And then we'll start posting up pictures and sharing what some of the packages that people have been sending are. A bit about just trying to spread some Christmas cheer and some compliments of the season around the country. So if you want to get involved in that. It's going to be good, some real good fun. The Facebook group will heat up once we get some people posting pictures of them sending packages and then also unboxing them as well, which will be fantastic fun. Right, let's get on to upcoming events. We've got obviously Moonbase this weekend, Bros for Chains Charity Classic. Then it's Wahitapu in Lake Ohau. Morgan, are you ready for this? Are you all prepared?
There is a stack of stuff on the other side of my camera on my phone just here, all building up. It's been doing the old sponsorship run, collecting prizes. Got banners. I've had banners and things arrive. It's it's going to become an issue getting in and out of the garage soon.
Oh, okay. Right, well,
but we're really ramping up. We've had a few more people sign up today. I assume we're probably going to get another small handful within the next week and a half.
Yeah.
Registration is going to close on the 21st, and on the 16th is the last day you can register and order your lunch. So don't miss out, guys. Feeds are always good. Yeah, excellent. We're locked and loaded, man. We're ready to go.
Faultline Fury has sold out, I will say. It's the same weekend. Faultline in Wellington has sold out. Again, massive MA2 and MA3 divisions going on there. You touched on it earlier about the Rapa Rumble. Yeah, so Faultline Fury, join the waitlist if you're not on it yet. Temuka Tussle is the final event of the year. Into next year, Egg Monster, and then the ROG Egg Monster was the second major of the 23-24 season. Roxburgh Open, Southern Smash, Seafarer, then the first of the TDUs, which is takes place on the 27th, 29th of January through the following 4 weeks in Auckland, Christchurch, and Wanaka. And then the Queenstown Classic at the end of March, with the Garden City Open in the last weekend of March.
And we've got the 5th event of the NZ Elite Series is going to be, I think off the top of my head, 6th and 7th of April. Announcement pending.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Confirmed. These dates are confirmed. I'm just trying to scroll to find the message, but dates are confirmed. I'm pretty sure it's 6th and 7th of April. And yeah, it's coming. It's going to be good.
Excellent.
We're excited.
So we shall look forward to it. We'll be able to put it into the calendar very, very shortly.
Yeah, I'm just not the one that's going to break the news. I will let the TD do that.
Right then, let's have a look. Morgan, you've got the entry, you've got the PDGA page open for South Island champs, presumably.
Yes, I do. There's just one thing I want to quickly just shout out before we go any further from events. We finished our league, the 8-week PDGA Spring League in Queenstown this week.
Yep.
Really good turnout. Another 43 people this week, I think. Awesome prize giving and things like that. But Smokey came out on top in the MPO. Then we had in the MA1, we had Ray come out on top, and Victoria Speller coming from 4th place to take out 1st place in the last round of the season. So incredible.
Fantastic. So very well done to all of those. If there's there's often local leagues run around, the PDGA leagues I'm referring to. One in Wellington on a Wednesday night, 6:30, up at Harcourt Park. If you're not involved, we've had 30 plus people every week so far. I think we hit 35 on the Wednesday just gone. But it was a packed course. There's only 9 baskets, so there was almost.
It's awesome seeing that many people midweek, isn't it?
It's great. And I, the summer is orders of magnitude better than the winter, for reasons like being able to play disc golf in the evening. Right, let's have a look at the odds. Morgan, you've got the PDGA page there open. I'm going to put the odds up onto the screen. Here we go. Starting in MPO. The favourite for going into MPO is Levi Stout over Jackson Sullivan, Jay Watkinson, Joe Berry, and Simon Feasey. Andrew Popham, Ben Wheellake, Ryan Cambridge, and Sebastian Faulkner will offer an outside bet. What's your thoughts here? Who do you think is going to take it out?
I still think Levi. I think I even said last week that Jacko and Levi are going to have a tussle for the first round and maybe even into 2. But I think Levi's going to pull away and finish it with maybe a 4 or 5 stroke lead to come out on top.
It's that birdie or die kind of course that's going to really kind of decide it, right? Is who can keep their head putting from, edge of circle 1 when their drive isn't parked. That's going to be the decider, right? Because they're all going to park a lot of these holes. They're the parked in regulation percentage is going to be relatively high, but it's going to be those times when perhaps you're a little bit further out and you need to putt from edge of circle. That's going to make the difference, I think. Levi Stout goes in as the highest rated player in the country. He's carrying a lot of strong form in the events that he's played, but Jackson Sullivan's on a charge too. We spoke to him earlier, and he'll certainly be up for this and wanting to make a point.
Going for that hat trick.
Indeed. As an outside bet, if you're going to go on, a placer to someone to finish in the top 4,
Ryan Cambridge.
You're pulling out Ryan, yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
I know he plays. He's played a lot of rounds up there, and I think. Yeah, it's hard to write him off, I think Ben Wheellake's going to be right up there too. I think both of those guys, and I don't know why I think this, but I think both of those guys are actually going to pit Simon Feasey either way.
Okay.
Who's right up there, obviously right behind Joe in the odds, but we'll see. It's all about the top.
We shall see. It's a really, really strong field, very, very strong field, and so we shall see who takes it out. In MP40, Mikey Yu is favourite in this division with odds of 3.8 over Tom McKay at 5s and Young at 7s. And the bookies are saying that really it's going to be one of those 3.
Mikey's still watching his knee at the moment. He's still got a little something going on, but I don't think that's going to stop him. I think he's going to come out at the top as well.
Okay, well, we shall see. I shall be cheering on the General Young Ha in this division, being fellow Wellingtonian. But very best of luck to everybody in this division. It could get pretty tight towards the top. I know that Jay Pukipuki's capable of putting on a charge. The McKay brothers.
Pick McKay Smokey after coming off of a huge league as well. He played competitive golf for 8 weeks in a row now and come out on top almost every single week. So something to watch.
as an outside bet, that's probably not a bad. And playing on a course that's also birdie or die, right? Queenstown Gardens.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So got a good chance there. Over to MA1, and it's Isaac Latter. I couldn't find a better picture. Sorry, Isaac. We've got the back of your head in a hoodie. So that gives us very little information about what you look like.
That's brilliant.
So Isaac is the favourite in this. Luke Hempel at 8.4. My money's actually on Duane Fisher at 10. I think that's very generous odds to be offering.
Yeah. It's an interesting field, that one there, actually. There's a lot of names further down the list that could definitely pop right into the top there. There's a Jack Maffey down in there, Isaac Ladder even. But then slightly going a little further up the list, Ruben Goss out of Wanaka. Mm-hmm. I think he'll make his way onto the podium in MA1 this weekend.
Okay, excellent. Well, you heard it here first. MA40, the best division. Hayden Shaw takes his win in Topor. Into this tournament, looking to repeat. But it's MA40's national champion Russell King who will be chasing him down, and Richard Liu at 9, Stuart Gilchrist at 10s, James Sutton, who won Auckland champs, and then the Wellingtonian pair, Brett Carlisle and Simon Fogarty at 11s and 12s, respectively.
Look, Russ is going to win that division. He's also going to get an ace. He's also going to get an ace and probably just miss one on the tone pole, knowing him. So,
okay, excellent.
Calling that for Russ King.
You're calling this for Russell King. Yep. It's a very tight division. I think really anyone in that top 10 or even outside it could do some damage in this division. I don't, especially on a birdie or die where there's a little bit more, I wouldn't say randomness, but like it on a birdie or die course, it doesn't necessarily, in my view, always give you the best all round disc golfer. So we'll see. And if you have a good day on the putting green, especially from C1, deep C1X, then you could find that today's your day, or rather.
And Stu Gilchrist also there. He's been playing some sneaky good golf recently, and he's also coming off of an international trip where he won himself a championship in the Philippines.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, very well done. Excellent. MA50, that is definitely not Ed Waddington and Chris Kingsnorth. My apologies there. I've left the pictures in.
Chris Kingsnorth, if you're in the chat, I didn't even realize I was stood behind you in Small Planet 2 days ago, so sorry about that. I would have said hello. I realized about a day later that it was you.
In MA50, it's Ed Waddington and Chris Kingsnorth who are the favourites. Mark Tebbett and Chris Davis round out the top 4. I think Wayne Brown's a bit of a sneaky bet here at 10s. Yeah,
definitely Wayne, for sure.
MA2, Chris McLean is the favourite ahead of quite a small bunch. Lance Eason, Stephen Kelly, Liam Spronken and Sean Brown all at 9s, 8s and 9s. Again, this MA2 division is huge, right? What have we got? MA2 is 19, MA3 is 19, MA1 is 32. So it's going to be so tight in those amateur divisions to try and pick a winner. And this is where the data analytics teams' odds are a little bit less accurate than
a few more variables down there, you reckon?
A few more variables, absolutely. Over to FPO, and it's Hayley Flintoff who is the strong favourite here, honestly, over Alexandra Williams from Aussie, and Megan Merrick's been playing some very good disc golf recently. I think she's won her last 3 events, and so she comes in on a rich vein of form as well, which she'll want to challenge for the honours.
Echo's taken on Hayley in some really close battles over the last couple of years, so don't be surprised to see her right there as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, and especially perhaps on this type of course, it could favour. I know Echo's got a bomb, absolute cannon arm. So I wouldn't be surprised if Echo does better than the odds suggest there. Over to FA1, and it's Victoria Speller, who is the favourite in this division ahead of Michaela Kerr and Stephanie Stridham. Will be interesting to see if she can take her form from the Queenstown League into this one.
I'd say so, man. She's playing some pretty awesome golf at the moment. I mean, I hear her outside the house putting every single day, which is good commitment. I wish I had the same.
And it's fresh off a win at Te Pohoi as well. In FA40, it's going to be between these two ladies. I think if we're being honest, Nicola Stout and Kath Headley. Kath Headley's won 4 tournaments this year, and Nicola Stout is so we look forward.
They recently had a battle somewhere else, didn't they? Was it in the North Island?
Oh,
I just can't remember. I was going to say I feel like Kath came out on top on that one. I was just sort of wondering where they were.
Yes, I'm going to. I shall let you know. 1 second.
Okay.
It must have been. Was it Nottingley?
Oh, possibly. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it might have been North Island, but maybe Nottingley.
So at Nottingley, where are we? No, Nicola didn't play in that tournament, but Catherine took out the victory at Nottingley. So yeah, look, it's going to be a great battle. It's always a good battle between those two. And Cass been putting some really good rounds together at league as well. And finally, on to the power rankings. Laura Kaistrup climbs up 3 spots to 6th following her victory. Jackson Sullivan climbs up 1 spot to 2nd. Andy Davey moves up 13 spaces to 10th, thanks to beating Simon Feasy and Conor McKinstry at the weekend. Johnny Wake moves up 1 spot to 14th.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A little bit more movement this week.
A little bit of movement. There's going to be a lot of movement this weekend, obviously, as we see the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 11th, and 12th rated players all playing in the MPO division, right? So we've got 9 of the top 12 all playing in the MPO division this weekend.
Super exciting.
It will
be.
And then
Kath wrote, last battle was at North Islands and Taupo, and where did you get that photo from, Matt?
Oh, Kath, you have to send me a different photo. And then in the FPO division, obviously we have 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. 13 all competing this weekend as well. So it's a very strong field across the board. Worth noting and worth keeping an eye on if you're going to be following the scores. Alison Tweedy is playing on her own in FJ15, but it'll be interesting to see how she stacks up against the ladies in FA2, FA40 and FA1. Certainly be watching that result closely.
Yeah, I think she'll. Sorry, I was just scrolling through to the FA2 and FA1 ladies. I think she'll be right up there.
I would say so. Look, so that more or less does it for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. Very best of luck to everybody playing in Twizel this weekend. Wish you all the best, and we'll be following the scores to see who can take out the respective divisions wherever you're playing disc golf. Take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll see you